Today I'm going to show you how to make basic chicken fajitas. The first step is to season the chicken breasts. I'm using seasoning salt, but you can use other seasonings as well. Next, I'm going to use a chef's knife to slice my chicken into long strips. You want to try to get them all at even thickness so they cook at the same speed. Make sure you're washing your hands after touching raw meat and washing your knife and cutting board. Next, I'm adding oil into my pan, and I have the heat on my stove at a medium-high. I'm adding all of the chicken into the pan, and I'm going to be stirring it, turning it over, and keeping an eye on it as the chicken cooks. As it cooks, it will turn white, and you know it's done when it's no longer pink. The internal temperature for chicken should be 165 degrees. Here's the completed chicken. Next, I'm going to be slicing the bell peppers and a red onion. I've already washed my vegetables. I have a cutting board and a clean knife out. My first step is to cut the onion in half and peel it. Then I will very carefully use my knife to slice the onion into thin strips. Remember to keep an eye on your fingers and keep them curled under. Always put the flat side of the onion or other vegetables down on the cutting board instead of having the rounded side down. This is going to help keep it more stable. On to the peppers. I start by cutting off the 4 sides to cut around the seeds in the stem. Then, going from the inside of each piece, I take my knife and slice it. Again, we're going for long, skinny strips. As I'm slicing, I'm adding them into a mixing bowl with my onions and other vegetables. I'm repeating with the red pepper and the green pepper. Next, I'm going to be mincing garlic. What I'm first doing is crushing each garlic clove so it's easier to take the peel off. When you mince, your goal is to get the garlic as small as possible. You can always use pre-minced garlic as well, or garlic powder if you don't have any fresh garlic. I'm using a chef's knife again and a cutting board and just going over the garlic over and over again, using the back of my knife to group it back together into a pile and then going over it again. Back to the stove, I have cleaned my pan and adding more oil to it. Now I will add in the peppers, onions, and the garlic. I'm going to saute the vegetables until they soften. The onions will get translucent, which means they'll start to get clear. Keep an eye on your vegetables, stir them every once in a while, and cook until it reaches your preference with softness. When your vegetables are done, you can keep it separate or mix your chicken in with it. Now I'm going to cut up my lettuce. I'm going to use the chiffonade cut. So I'm rolling up the leaves of lettuce, taking a knife and slicing it. This will turn my lettuce into shredded lettuce. Here are my completed veggies and chicken, and a fajita.